Stream or
should I stay silent?
It's been started.
The video started. What's up? Woo! We watched the Mario movie. Woo!
yo.
Woo! We did it.
Yeah. All right, let's introduce everybody. We got Rodney. Look at this man. Look at that. The drip. Immaculate. Mwah. Right here, looking
Look like an idiot.
Throw it back, bro. Throw it back. Yeah. Woo! Where's the bell? Bring a bell out.
That's some static twerking right there. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
By the way, the bell's in the background also. So yeah.
Throw some coins my way.
We got. Gosh, shoot, wait. We got Kenny on his bed. Just let it load. Yeah, we got Kenny. He's looking quite good in his bed. Look at him with WAHOOO.
He's just chilling.
I think his name. And then we got James, the one who's streaming right now. Hi,
Woo!
Hello, chat. Hello.
I don't know where he is.
Right now, yes, I am live. Twitch TV. About you,
Let me join you.
I'm gonna put it in the link in the description. By the way, don't worry. We got.
Wait, let me stream it so you guys can watch if you want.
Wait. We got David here.
What's good? What's good?
I mean, they could just go
finally,
actual live.
We got me, Lil Mario.
Little Mario.
Little Mario.
It's me, Mario.
It's me.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who bring on the fame. When your plumbing's in trouble, you can ring us on the double.
You about to play some Mario Kart?
You'll be hooked on the brothers.
Yeah,
that's
David,
right.
what
It's
do
me.
you want to do?
When you're watching right now on this channel, we got SpongeBob in the back. Don't worry about him.
Just so stupid.
But yeah, that's us. And just so that you can see the stream, there's the stream right now. I can't see it.
Let me get it. Okay, here. Can you see it?
Yep, we can see the stream. So yeah, that's us. Oh no.
Are you in the race, James?
Oh, what's
they're playing Mario
worldwide?
They're playing Mario Kart
so
right
just
now.
go to
hi
friends.
chat to everybody who's in chat right now. This is my
There's nobody in chat.
I'm about to do a race.
Right. We're doing a Super Mario Brothers Super Review. That's actually a good name.
How do you guys want to do this? Do you guys want to go like each one, like say their individual points, and then we discuss, or like?
Let's do that. Yeah. Let's go with Rodney first.
Me?
Yeah.
Indeed.
You're the one with the drips.
Okay. So, so obviously, I guess spoiler warning, but the movie was like genuinely, so
it was amazing.
The movie was incredibly good. Like the amount of references they just packed it like everywhere and everything. Like there was always something on the screen that referenced something, and if there wasn't, it was usually the action that you were focused on the screen. I liked it. It was a lot, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah, and by the way, he's Black Mario.
Yeah, he's Black Mario. I dressed up as a fancy little Mario with fancy.
He's 1920s Mario. He's 1920s Mario. Hey, don't like that.
Anyway, but like yeah, the movie was done incredibly well. Right off the bat, like Chris Pratt did like an amazing job. Like genuinely, I was fully ready to give him like full shit for like this movie because I didn't think it was gonna be any good. But like he pulled it off. Like it was good. It was convincing. It was good. A lot better.
He wasn't just Emmett from the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
One detail can I say something about Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
The beginning bit of the movie where they were doing the commercial, when they were doing like the accents for like the commercial. It was like it was like genuinely as Mario as you get from Chris Pratt, and I don't know. I thought that the whole thing was incredibly good.
Mario, what's good, man?
The power ups done like superb. Like the implementation of power ups into the actual movie was also done incredibly well. I didn't think they would like. I thought the super mushroom was just going to be a thing of like, he gets just a little bit stronger, but like he actually grows and stuff. Because Mario was a 5'6" man, that becomes 6-foot god when he eats the mushroom. But anyways, this is the point. The action was just on par, especially the final scene with like Bowser. Like that fight was just out of this world. Like I had never seen such like ass opening in my life. It was
all right. Before you keep going, we're gonna talk about that later. Let's go to
Yeah.
David's points.
Go ahead.
So I was actually pretty. We're talking about Chris Pratt right now, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure,
Talk about
go
Chris
ahead.
Pratt.
Okay, so
Or the
yeah,
actors in general.
I like that. I like that point that Robbie made earlier about like at the beginning of the movie when you first hear Chris Pratt, he's doing the Italian accent. I kind of find it interesting. So, like, since they are from Brooklyn, I find it interesting like they do that Italian accent as
It's
like
the
a
New
way
York
to like
Italian
advertise
accent.
the New York Italian accent as a way to like advertise their business. Like it's not actually their voice, but like it's like stuff in promotions. You know, maybe just like the games itself. Like you always hear that high pitched voice, but like in reality, he's got a normal voice. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I kind of justify Chris Pratt talking in the normal way for the movie in that regard.
Let's hear James.
Me? So about like the whole Chris Pratt thing. I
Or
was
just
actually
actors
talking
in general, honestly.
Well, I just want to bring this up because me and Jonathan were talking about this in the freaking bathroom of all places. So, anyways, what we were talking about was how like it really wasn't the voice, like how Chris Pratt said. It was like how he said like it's a me,
Mario.
a
That's not the
Mario.
voice. You gotta wait for the voice.
It made us think like, what if that was intentional? Like, what if the first trailer was intentionally made to be like that?
They knew
to trick us.
It was literally
like they
Sonic
knew
1 trailer all over again.
That's what made us think.
Lower expectations in a way.
Yeah,
they did a Marvel on us.
They wanted to shock us.
They indeed wanted to shock us. Yeah.
All right. Next up, Kenny. He's not camera shy.
He's like, oh damn, I gotta talk now.
All right.
Indeed, you have to talk now.
I mean, it's like Rodney said. I mean, yeah, it kind of threw me off. It was like, yeah, I thought he was gonna try to do a really bad Italian impression, but it's like, no, he has the typical New York Italian accent.
You said it right,
Typical
New York.
You know,
New York.
And I appreciate
New York.
Oh, James, I'm in.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
I appreciate it.
He's from Brooklyn.
Segueing into the actual movie, I do appreciate that the movie, you know, didn't spend a lot of time giving characters backstories or anything. Like, kind of just focused on was like,
honestly, we
here's
don't know,
this character. I mean, you know what this is about. Even if you're not a Mario fan, you know who Mario is. You know who Luigi is. You know who Princess Peach is. Princess Peach is like, she suddenly appeared. Presumably implied from the surface world or the regular world, and they raised her and they made her the princess. That's it.
They moved from the magical land of America to the magical land of the Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah.
Very simple. They didn't.
Which one is more free though? The land of the free or the Mushroom Kingdom?
The Mushroom Kingdom. Did you see the Toads literally just taking money from the bank just because?
You're right. So unrealistic. Never mind. 0 out of 10. All right, but
that's not how the economy works.
My points about it is, this movie was amazing. The acting was honestly really good.
I think what made the experience I think what made the experience of watching it way better was the fact that everyone in the theater was hype as shit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That made the experience
it was like an MCU movie.
Wait, first off. I'm just gonna say it outright. Jack Black played Bowser immaculately. That was the perfect way to play Bowser.
I agree.
It was like the best part of the movie.
And then Chris Pratt bought Mario and actually made him less of, hey, it's a me, Mario, or it's a me, Mario, and more just, a regular dude. He's a regular dude. At the end of the day, he was a regular dude, and he was just living his best life until he had an adventure.
Yeah.
And now he lives in and now he might live in the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know. But this movie was amazing, and like Seth Rogen brought his A game with Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah.
Charlie Day as Luigi was a perfect choice. And can we all agree?
Yeah.
Can we all agree? Anya Taylor-Joy played an amazing Peach.
Oh, she was so good.
Yeah.
I
was
like,
legit.
I'm being perfectly honest. Anya Taylor-Joy is my celebrity crush. Like, not only she's an amazing actress, she's a gorgeous woman, and honestly, she has a great voice for Peach. To be honest.
Yeah, no.
It's like also when I watch these movies, I kind of like you know what these people sound like in real life, and you can
Uh-huh.
associate their face to the voice. But
You
then
You literally can tell
you
that Jack
also
Black
can
was
you
Bowser,
also
but,
like when you hear their voice, you can also associate the face of their character with their voice. So you're just like they're
Yeah.
it's the same voice but two different people.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
just like,
She's the main
no, like
character.
yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like she really
I saw
delved
that.
into her role. I feel like all the actors really delved, especially Jack Black. He actually
bro,
made an
Jack
effort to sound like
Black
Bowser.
hit it, bro. The musical number. Ooh.
Yeah, I like how the
Oh,
music
no.
is when we really get to hear Jack Black's actual
No, he
regular
can
voice.
serenade me with his voice any
Indeed.
day.
Bro,
No.
anybody would agree that if Jack Black were to serenade you, you'd be happy for your life, for the rest of your life.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just waiting for Nux to make a video saying no one understands
Jack Black
Bowser.
fans. I'm in school.
No one
Ross,
understands Bowser. He's a
and,
tragic character. Listen to his
No
song.
one understands Bowser. He's a deep, multifaceted character.
My God.
Oh my god. And like, let's delve into the story now. Now that we're finished with, the actors, let's go into the story.
Oh wait. Oh, hold on. Before you do, you want to say anything? What? You want to say anything about the movie? Okay. I'm just gonna hype
This is
this
a
up.
bell.
Yep. So, okay, I'm just gonna say this. Like, wait, am I allowed to curse in this?
Go ahead. We're past.
Okay,
we're
okay.
way
make it light.
past 10. We're
Oh,
past 10 minutes already. What the hell?
Okay, guys.
Already?
Okay. So, any movie like that's coming up later in this year, fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. This movie.
But what about Spider-Verse?
What about
Oh, no,
Spider-Verse?
no, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
what about
Spider-Verse.
Wait, is Spider-Verse
Yeah,
coming
no,
out
you
this
can't
year?
say that, bro.
It's coming out this
Spider-Verse
year.
coming out
Yeah.
this year. Is Spider-Verse coming out this year?
Spider-Verse part.
It's coming out this
Across
year.
the Spider-Verse
Okay,
part 1
I
is coming
take
out this year.
back that fuck every movie and
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
some movies.
Most
Yeah.
movies.
Most movies.
Most
Fuck
movies.
most movies. This one is one of the greatest. Will be one of the highlights. Like the minute we get to the Oscars, this is already gonna be. It's gotta win it like an Oscar.
It's gonna contend against Across the Spider-Verse though. So like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
at most. All right,
No,
but
but, like-
anyways,
but, like,
this movie was
can we-
great. So let's get on to the story synopsis. Let's get on to the story.
So
synopsis.
first off, Illumination did it.
Yeah,
Let's give a
I know,
hand to
they
our
did
boys
it.
at Illumination. Woo!
They
I
did
can't
it.
stop holding the controller.
Their biases are coming from the minions and whatnot.
I don't even think
fucking mean.
the Minions isn't even that bad of a movie. Like, yeah, but it's not.
But
What
their other movies are also just get worse and worse.
do you
Yeah.
mean? Right. Despicable Me 1 and 2 were good.
I
Okay,
honestly
they were
never
good.
understood
One
the
was
hate
good.
around
Despicable Me 2
Illumination.
was alright. Despicable Me
I
3
honestly
was
never
worse.
understood the hate around Illumination.
I mean, look, all right,
It's
look.
because
I can't leave
they
You're
make
just-
pointless cash grabs. That's why.
Like that. We're trying to disrespect.
But like,
I'm just saying. I think they do a good job sometimes, especially well with the Mario movie. I mean, like I think they had what happened was the reason why we have fucking 5 ice ages. All right, like they had,
We technically have 5 Minion movies and 5 Ice Ages. What world are
That's
we in?
true.
there are like 5 ice ages. I'm not.
I cannot wait for the day there's gonna be 5
I saw the
Shreks.
first 2, and I think that's it.
That's
a series that
needs fire.
in between the movies.
Oh yeah.
You mean four Shrek?
Christmas.
Oh yeah,
4
no, 4
Shreks.
Shreks. Never mind. 4 Shreks.
There is gonna be a 5th one.
Wait for what?
You mean the 4th one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but now
Spoiler,
the
if you
story.
If you haven't seen Jonathan's spoiler,
It's pretty
for-
average.
Anyways, yeah, story. So who wants to start this one off?
Wait, can I do it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait. Oh, whoops. Wrong. And go ahead.
Oh. I'll admit, as much as I like the movie, the story is pretty average, but at the same time, you're going in expecting that, so I had no problem with the
Yeah.
story at all. I will admit, though, it is a weirdly paced movie. Actually, people said it was fast-paced, but I didn't think it was as fast-paced as people made it
think
out to be.
Actually, this is a rare case where a movie, to me, is completely perfectly paced.
I think it's a solid pace, to be honest.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn to the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, I thought
Dude,
they
the
were
whole
like,
Bowser thing.
but they took their time in the Mushroom Kingdom before they headed to
Indeed, yeah.
find to meet
And
the
like
Kongs.
to be fair, the next few movies will probably have different pacing because like
Remember my idea I mentioned when we're talking about like other Nintendo movies? Because think about it, Nintendo's basically partnered up with Universal, not just Illumination specifically. So what I'm saying is that, what if we get a movie a Nintendo movie from DreamWorks, specifically
Legend of
Legend of Zelda.
All right,
It's gonna be
listen,
Zelda.
all right, guys, listen to this. All right, we have the Zelda movie, right? And like it's split into 3 parts. All right, so the first movie is just the first movie is just the Legend of Zelda, right? And then the second movie is just the water temple.
Oh my god,
No.
yo!
That's gonna be so
Bruh.
stupid.
All right. Next up, let's go to James's take on the movie.
Wait,
On
James.
the movie
Wait, before
story.
we keep going, is my stream still going?
Yeah, your stream's still
Let me
going. Don't
check.
worry. I can
Give
see
me
it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
one
It's
moment.
going.
Yeah, it's still going.
All right.
Yep.
James,
Nice.
go about it.
Like in terms of the story,
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
to
it's
the
pretty
story.
kind of somewhat, not really, big as much of a story, but again, same thing like David, like you guys said, you're kind of expecting that. One thing I kind of didn't like, how it showed all these other worlds, yet they're there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking I really burnt out,
Can
and I was just expecting like a little more from these other worlds. It would have been cooler.
Can I add something to that? What I found
Yeah,
weird. So, what I said earlier that the movie actually marveled us. Like what happened was that in the montage scene where they're going through the worlds, like that whole thing where like Peach pulling off the cheap from Mario's face wasn't in the movie. Like that was only in the trailer.
Oh, that wasn't in the movie? I didn't
No, it
They
realize
wasn't.
that.
pulled a
Really?
Marvel on us.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that was
Oh
the movie. And
wow!
another thing was when like Mario gets there and like he's going with Toad, the whole like Mario when like they take the voice clip of he's jumping on the mushrooms, he's like Mushroom Kingdom, here I come.
Oh
That
yeah,
actually
that
was,
they got rid of too.
yeah,
I mean,
They
that,
got
to
rid
be
of
fair,
that
to be
too.
fair, he doesn't even know it was the Mushroom Kingdom.
it was.
So.
I know.
That's
it wasn't
true.
in that scene, but it wasn't even in the movie. He never says Mushroom Kingdom, here I come.
With,
He never says that.
honestly, I am glad they didn't put "Here I Come." I am glad they put "Let's Go."
I'm not mad that
Yeah.
they marveled us. I'm just surprised that they did marvel.
No, they actually moved the Let's Go to a different place. Because in the trailer, in one of the trailers where we see him go against Donkey Kong, you actually hear him briefly say, "Okay, let's go," but you can't tell that's it. But then in a later scene where he walks out,
Actually, surprisingly enough, I noticed this in the trailers. He never once says "Let's go." He says "Let's go," or "Let's do it,"
Yeah.
or "Here I come." Legit. He never said. He never said "Let's go."
I know.
I like this.
I feel like the only time.
Let's
I
go,
feel like
Kenny.
the only time. Wait, I want to say something. Like the only
Oh.
time we actually heard "Let's Go" was that freaking phone call from Luigi, where he actually says "Let's Go."
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Alright,
true. Like
All right,
nigga.
let's hear from you, Kenny. What did you think of this story?
The story was pretty average. I mean, but the story was pretty average. It's like a friendly thing. It's Nintendo's whole brand when it comes to Mario. It's family friendly, not overly complicated, easy to follow, and
Honestly,
really,
Mario
it's more
is meant to be average.
it's more packed with the whole nostalgia references from the video games and the connection with the Mario franchise and the fights and the action sequences. That's really what makes up most of the story. The story's the story's pretty average. It's not the best
It's
nor it's
alright.
not the worst,
It's
but
alright.
it gets
Really?
it ties together with the action in order to keep your attention.
Just
Yeah.
take risks.
Definitely.
You're able to tie it with the action, with the actions and fight sequences, so it keeps your attention.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It, like the other said, it was average. Even I have to admit, it was average. And honestly,
Mm-hmm.
one thing I noticed is that both Sonic and Mario did an average first movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
because
yeah.
we got confirmation at the end that we're getting a second one.
I mean,
Yeah.
it isn't really confirmation. It's just like here's something we could
Just
do.
a little
But the
tease.
implications
But
are
like,
there.
but like, if anything, we're
But
gonna
the
get a second one. This movie
implications of such
this
are
movie
there.
I feel like will succeed. This movie's gonna succeed.
It's gonna
Here's the thing.
It probably has
Mario-
already. It's
the
been out
Mario,
since Wednesday.
Right, the Sonic movie's ending was like, here's Tails. We're gonna bring him in, but like here it was just like, if he's here, maybe he'll come back.
Bro,
If you want
bro,
something.
I
That's
love how
true,
we all
yeah.
screamed the second he actually said it. We were like, is he gonna say the line? Is he gonna say the line? He said it.
Yeah, I nearly lost my voice. Like I nearly lost my
Yeah.
voice when I screamed because I was like,
You heard me do a super loud, violent scream.
Speaking of the audience, I lost track of how many times we clapped.
Yeah.
It was 10
Jesus
times.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
I felt like
one
it was a little
time-
too
it
much.
was more.
Yeah.
It was more than
on,
10
and then it
times.
was once, like every now and then, like towards the end, where like all the cool action shit was happening.
Yeah, because in the beginning,
True,
I
true,
literally
true.
remember yelling out when Battle Trap. I literally yelled, "Hey, it's Jack Black!" Like I literally yelled it out.
Wait. One thing that happened was that, so this is in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler, but like the Cat Mario thing, we all clapped and they said, "It's a furry!"
Who said
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
He's
This
a
is spoiler
furry!
review. This doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
But no, but like I think it's gonna be like almost like a Sonic thing where like the first movie is pretty average. Like the Sonic,
Then
like
the
the Sonic
second
movie
one's-
was like an average road trip action movie. This is an action adventure
True.
movie, but it's a pretty average one.
I
Pretty
just think it's
average,
gonna be
yeah.
hard to top the final scene. I personally.
It is gonna be hard to
But
top.
I'm
the
gonna be
final
honest. I believe the target audience to
true.
be or fans of the franchise, people who will know and appreciate all the little tidbits, Easter eggs, little references and
us.
such.
And we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
so
that's
by
what made the
thinking
experience
it's
like,
just
oh look,
Mario.
I recognize that. Oh look, it's great.
Like
It's a nice family friend. It's fun. It's fun.
Also, okay, but guys,
That's all
guys,
it is. It's
guys,
not
guys,
deep.
I'm gonna
It's
put in the
not
Mario meme right now. I'm gonna
poetic
put
nor
in the
nothing.
Mario
It's
meme.
just fun.
I'm gonna put in the little meme so then people can stay with it.
Welcome back, TikTokers.
Hey Nintendo, hey Nintendo fans, do you want to talk more about the Mario movie?
Oh, of course,
No.
I am a Nintendo fan. I've never played Metroid.
I've never played Metroid.
Metroid. What series is that one?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I feel like based on what David said about DreamWorks making a bunch of Mario movies along with it, I feel like Metroid and Legend of Zelda will be DreamWorks, Kirby, and Mario will be Illumination.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
a Metroid horror film would be so dope.
That
That
would be awesome. A
would.
Metroid horror type film, but it still could be for kids. Would be awesome.
Hmm.
Honestly, I
Can
just
I say
hope.
something
I
a little
just
bit
I just
off
hope.
topic? A little bit off topic.
And now a word from our sponsor, NordVPN.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, can I say something off topic?
Ray.
But
Yeah.
no. But I hope I'm right about them making Mario movies for a bunch of their series and then ending off with a super crossover because we already know that there's multiple kingdoms, meaning that there could be a multiverse out there. So we could combine all the cinematic universe of the NCU, and we get
The NCU.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yes,
That would
Dude,
be the most hype thing.
That
ever.
would be awesome.
Yeah, that could. It'll be a while, but yeah.
Speaking of Super Smash Bros., I know Alfred's gonna make fun of
I
me.
guess it's sort of like a Wreck-It Ralph
Ariel.
type thing. Like, 'cause
True.
I don't know if you remember,
True,
but in
true.
Wreck-It Ralph, they had like this place that connected all the gaming arcade consoles all together.
When they kind of just put Sonic in there.
Yeah,
just
and
have
like all
Sonic
these
there.
video game characters would like come and meet there at like that sort of train station type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Also,
it could be like that.
but no, but
I'd be like, yeah, these different characters, but instead use the Marvel multiverse aspect of it. It's like, yeah, they're from different realities, but these realities are all connected to one another.
honestly, this movie was amazing, and one thing we did at the movie theater was that we blasted World Bowser
From Super
That's
Mario
so
3D
weird.
World.
from Mario Theater while walking down the stairs on beat, and I saw people
Yeah.
looking at us. They were like, and some people, and I think there was definitely some people judging us, but who cares?
But we don't care.
Yeah.
No.
We
Who
don't
cares?
care. We were having fun.
He's
To
white
be
punch.
honest,
No, it
we were
was the
having
Mario
fun.
movie.
Also, Rodney also has brown shoes akin to Mario, so he's just a full-on Mario.
Bro,
Yeah,
you should
he
show off your
is.
whole drip. You should show off your whole drip later.
Show off that drip.
It's gonna be hard to use a little bit of an angle.
Yeah,
to get
sorry.
a shot. Like the. Here you go. It's like.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Terribly bummed. There you go.
Nah, but like, oh my god, this movie was so good. This is
I
gonna be
think
one
what
of the-
made the experience so good was because we were with other people who also were like super hype.
yeah,
That's what
but
got
like,
us
Yeah,
super
but like
excited.
true.
also,
People
but like
that act-
also, we all have to admit this was actually like, without question, this is Illumination's best movie by far.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Agreed.
If
This is
finally,
better.
finally we have a movie that is better than Despicable Me 1 for Illumination. Because so far, Illumination has had their #1 movie be Despicable Me. That's their
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
has been their
I'll
best
admit
movie.
though, I'll admit though, I do think the writing in Despicable Me 1 is better though. Just for like,
Yeah.
It
but
was
like
a better story, but like this movie really
overall
hits
movie,
home.
yeah. Like just as someone who grew up with the games and everything, and like
Dude,
just finally seeing it on big screen
I
with like really good animation.
I recommend this movie to anyone who has the time to watch it.
Yeah,
And if you don't have the time, find the time, because honestly, this movie is worth it.
yeah. It's pretty short to be honest. Like
It's
shorter
not
than
that
other
long.
movies. Most
Well,
movies are
it
like
kind of feels
1 hour,
short. It feels
1 hour and
short.
40 minutes.
This movie was around an hour and 30 to 40 minutes, 1 hour and 50 minutes.
And that includes credits, so it is shorter than a lot of other movies that come out.
Yeah, no, most movies that recently have been like 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Kenny, you turned off your camera. What happened?
Kenny, why?
Just give me a second. Hold up. I'm gonna change it to my other clothes.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
yeah, we can edit it later.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
Wait.
all right, I actually want to like talk a little bit about like the actual pacing of the movie, because I think, all right, I'm conflicted on it, because on the one hand it's nice. So the thing about the Mario movie is that I felt like we lost a lot of like the feeling in terms of like moments. So
Yeah, there were some ones where it felt rushed.
the biggest one for me was the montage. Like, it's just, all right, so Mario gets into Mushroom Kingdom, he gets into the castle, that whole entire sequence is fine, right? He meets Peach, and then they go to the obstacle course, and then she goes and completes the obstacle course, which is, by the way, that was super cool. Anyways, so she
Honestly,
completes.
I never thought a girl gatekeep girl boss thing would be actually good, but like Peach was actually a really good. She was a good
Very
character.
fun character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel, it's not that hard.
Exactly.
And
Anyways,
then there's gonna be the critical drinker that says the exact opposite.
anyways,
I'll be honest.
so-
I don't really like watching Critical Drinker anymore. Like his. I don't know. His
All right,
stuff is
talk,
like real
Rodney,
biased.
you can talk.
So
Yeah.
focus. Well, you can rant about the critical drinker some other day. Anyways, so
We'll do it after the stream.
whatever.
After,
Who
yeah.
cares? So the montage happens, right? And she completes the course, and then we see Mario going through the course, and I just feel like it just like sped through that, because it's supposed to be like this training thing, right? And then we just cut through to the bits where like he's failing, and then he gets a little bit of it, and then he completes the course, and then, well, he doesn't complete the course, but like he basically completes the
He
course.
comes
and then
close to it
like,
at the very least.
you're good. And then they move on, and then they're already on their journey to go over there, and then you have the montage of them making their journey, but then like, it's just small snippets to where like I felt like a lot of it was missing, because like, again, that scene in the trailer where like the cheap lands on his face,
Where
and he
they
just
where they
blew it
went
off.
where they went from multiple places, like I don't know, Alabasta to Skype.
Yeah, I wish we got more focus on the other places. Like, bro, we got a bomb battlefield and freaking the Sand Kingdom from Odyssey. Like, bro, I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
That's what I was
I
saying.
don't know,
I was saying that
I think
earlier.
they're definitely, like, with all of this, they're setting up for more movies in the Mario
I think
franchise.
what happened here was it was cut for time. I think they really just wanted to keep it brief and short, so they just cut it for time.
That was definitely it. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'd rather that than a slow-paced, boring movie.
True.
Then again,
I mean,
I would have
what's it
rather
called?
them
Yeah,
just-
I don't think. I mean, we've played the games. We know what each world is about. The desert. But I get for like the uninitiated people, yeah, the people who haven't played the games, yeah, I get that. But it keeps it short, concise. It gives us this montage. Okay, they're going to the desert world. Okay, they're going to the jungle world. Yeah, it gives the whole montage. It's like, yes, they're on their turn.
The design from freaking Odyssey for Bowser's wedding suit. It was like
Yeah.
the coolest thing ever.
Yo, it's so cool to see the freaking Odyssey wedding. Yeah.
So like again, so like
Wait.
a lot of the pacing was one. One instance where I did feel like the pacing was done really well was Luigi's like horror bit in like the beginning where he gets trapped in Bowser's land, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, and the Luigi's
that-
Mansion motif.
They're
Yeah,
they're
like,
definitely setting up for
that was
Luigi's
done
Mansion.
well. I felt like they took their
Spin-off.
time with that and like really like played it out in such a way that like it felt like it was like a suspenseful moment and like you actually feel Luigi's fear and pain like going in like a new world and stuff. So like I feel like parts like that were done well, but then like
Honestly,
parts like the montage.
I love the fact that they used him looking down at the castle to do a little thing where like you could like they directly show us. They never told us how close they were, but like they actually showed us that they've been close brothers since literally since they were babies.
I really like Luigi's admiration for his brother in this movie. It was incredibly nice and cute.
It was one thing.
One thing
I would have liked Luigi to have way more screen time, and kind of like I feel like the whole thing of like Luigi was kind of in Mario's shadow for some of the movie.
But like that's the
didn't feel
game
that-
too. That's the games too, isn't it?
That's true.
Nah,
That
I
is
get
kind
it,
of the
but
games
like
a little bit.
Luigi's character is always overshadowed with Mario.
Yeah, no, that's why
I felt
Luigi's.
like-
That's why I'm saying that they
felt
could have
like
like a Luigi's
his own
Mansion
character.
spin-off movie.
Yeah.
And like
You're
we get
right.
like
They
full
could
on
do
Luigi
that.
focus. Hey, we might get Daisy one of these days.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we
That's
could.
true. That's true.
We hear all love Daisy, right?
Yeah.
I am Daisy. I am Daisy.
Wait, which one is Daisy again?
Daisy's the
Hi, I'm
yellow one.
Daisy.
I am Daisy.
If you like tomboys, you like Daisy.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. What do you expect me to say? I know. You can love Daisy.
Yeah.
No, but
Wait, let's actually. Wait, can we? It's okay if we do maybe like a little bit of complaints.
go ahead, do
Like-
a complaint. Complain a bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't have.
Let's-
Personally, I won't complain because I don't have a complaint.
Yeah,
That-
there's
true.
one
I
thing.
don't have any.
There's one thing I really do not like from the music, from the movie. Bef-
Oh,
Oh yeah.
What?
No,
what do
I
you
was
think?
saying that my complaint was the pacing.
Wait, go
Oh.
ahead. David.
Oh, sorry. So one thing I really did not like from this movie, not really the score itself. When I played like score from the games, it's great, but like all the other licensed music, I'm sorry, it just not.
Yeah, the whole
Okay,
80s
like music.
rock.
that's true.
The
Like-
music is good, but it does
Like
not fit. You gotta admit.
AC/DC comes on for No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
When they're making,
it really has no place in it, to be honest.
Honestly,
like-
to me, I justify it by saying it's Illumination. What are you gonna expect from them?
I
Because
know.
You do that a lot. You do that a lot.
I get that, but like here's the thing. I don't think it felt out of place. My issue was the audio mixing. I don't know why they had.
Oh yeah, no, that was that.
yeah.
was my
Audio
complaint
mixing
about-
was weird. Maybe
listened
that was
so
maybe
much.
it could have been the theater itself.
I do not have a complaint with the music itself. I have a complaint with how they mix the audio. It was
It might have
very
been the
weird.
theater
Yeah.
itself, but yeah.
It was very
Like-
weird because like you'd hear some of these songs like I don't know, Take on Me or like
Yeah, but it was so faint
Take
in the
on
background.
Me
that,
or
it was
like
why
Thunder, and you just
Okay,
hear like
that
very
too,
little
At the
yeah.
very
in the
least, they
background.
mitigate it like that. They mitigate it by, softening it to the point where you can sort of hear it, but it's not like you can't hear it that much.
But the thing is,
But then why
during
have
the montage, we're like,
I don't
I Need a
think
Hero was like playing. I would have liked to hear a little bit more of it because like nobody was really talking at that point.
It was
Yeah.
so weird because all you hear is just all you really hear is Mario, Chris Pratt doing a bunch of grunt sounds, and all of a sudden like you can hear like faintly "I Need a Hero" in the
I
background.
need a
Mhm.
hero.
I feel like
In a
that could be a weird
montage,
scenario.
Focus. Why would they? The music is the focus of the montage, but they made the sounds of Mario getting absolutely blasted by a freaking obstacle course the focus. I don't know. That was weird. I don't know.
I have a feeling it might be the theater itself. I don't know. Maybe if it comes to like digital or something, we'll see.
No,
You
I
heard
think it
all
was
the
the
other
movie.
tracks- you
I
heard
think
all
it was
the
the
other
movie.
tracks from the movie just fine. I think it was just like a decision
definitely the
made by,
movie.
like,
All right, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I mean,
That's, like,
I could
I
have a
will
chance
admit,
to
the
watch
music
it again
was faint.
with my cousins.
I'm
you
not
know?
upset that licensed
Yeah.
music was there. I think it was fine. I think Holding Out for a Hero worked fine for the montage. I think the other thing was like good, but like I
personally don't have a complaint with the music used. Like even if like but like that's the thing. David, listen.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't like it, but like you do complain about using a lot of pop culture type of music a lot more than most
That's
other
true.
things. Like with like okay, Suicide Squad, sure, that doesn't fit. That
Okay,
doesn't
yeah.
fit.
Suicide Squad does not fit at all.
But like, what's better, Suicide Squad and Love and Thunder with their choices of music? Like I
Oh,
love
God.
Guns N' Roses, but Love and Thunder used Guns N' Roses a bit much.
No,
Every
I'm not
5
saying it's
seconds,
bad. Like,
bro.
you want to know one movie series does music really well?
What?
The Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Oh yeah.
They did it really well.
Yeah.
It actually makes sense because every song you hear is from Peter's playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and didn't he leave Earth
Yeah,
before the 2000s? So
for the
so he's
2000s.
that's
Any
all the
music he's
music he
hearing
knows.
is the
He
ones
hasn't
he
been to
has.
Earth since like 1970 something or
No,
since the
it's definitely
1980s or
1990.
70s.
No,
It's
I thought
definitely
you
early
were
like, how is
90s
he
because he
supposed
has
to
a lot
know?
of
So
80s
yeah,
songs.
Bro,
and
that
even
that
then, those are vibes too. They
that
go well
OST
with
got me. That OST got me into
aesthetic.
so many classic songs because of Guardians. Like, I know
Honestly,
it's kind of dumb to say like, "Oh, you just figured out this song because you heard it from this movie," but if it wasn't for that movie, I would have never gone to
Yeah,
like
So
know a lot of these
I
good
heard the
songs.
soundtrack. I got into a lot of like class. I mean, I was already into like the old because of how like my dad raised me with it. My dad raised
Yeah,
me like listening to this type of
Mhm.
music, but I just branched out even more because Guardians of the Galaxy. I listened to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and from there I just branched out even more from all this classic music because I'm being honest, all this music from the 80s and 90s and 70s and stuff like that.
honestly,
It's all a
honestly,
vibe, bro.
one thing I will say is that it could be justified because like if anything, this Mario movie has like almost like an 80s aesthetic over it, even though you could tell it's taking place in the modern era. It does have an 80s
Yeah.
aesthetic. Down to even
yeah,
the TV that Mario uses.
Mario was playing freaking Kid Icarus in his room.
yeah.
He literally
Freaking
was.
Kid
It's
Icarus.
weird. It's weird how how Mario, a Nintendo product, is playing on the NES. And not only is he playing on the NES, he's playing a game that most people didn't even hear of.
Or like,
I know. Or like, yeah.
Yeah.
That game was hard as hell for no reason.
Right, definitely never heard of it till now.
damn.
You never heard of Kid Icarus?
Well, yeah, he's not a gamer. He's a normie.
Yeah.
God damn
I'll
you,
admit,
normie.
even though like I like pop culture and I like it when people are introduced to new types of music and like they start to branch out. Like there's enjoying and appreciating the music based off a movie you saw, and then there's taking that song and making it into a TikTok edit.
True.
Oh no,
Very
I
true.
hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Honestly,
It's
this movie
so
was
annoying for
amazing.
no reason.
There's few complaints. Honestly, I'm shocked we even found complaints because there's very few complaints we all have, don't we? Huh?
Yeah.
Fucking these retarded movie critics literally these retarded movie critics
Oh yeah,
literally
can
put
we
a
talk about that? Can we talk about the whole
56%
critic thing?
on
yeah.
Rotten
Let's talk about
Tomatoes.
the critics. Let's talk about the critics.
No, these
Critics.
critics are actually like retarded. These
Okay,
critics
but
are
like let's talk about the elephant in the
actually
room.
stupid
Obviously,
and
we have
dumb.
to talk about the critics.
These
We have
being a movie critic is so worthless.
All right.
I
exactly.
even saw one
Honestly,
comment even said
I
I'm
love the
not the target audience.
contrast between the audience and the critics. Because like the critics were like, oh, it's Illumination, it must be bad, or like animation's too this and that. Like they legit were nitpicking and giving it a 5 out of 10. While
Like,
No,
while the
there
was
audience
one-
scores, then you look at the audience scores and you see it's a 98%, and you're like,
Like
that
for
makes
real
more
though.
sense.
yeah, people that
I
actually
also
gave a
saw
shit.
that
Sorry, you're
one of the comments on the critics on Rotten Tomatoes said, "Oh, I'm not the target audience. Why are you watching it then? Huh?
Exactly.
Because
Why are you
unfortunately,
watching?
it's
Why are you
their
watching?
job.
Why did you
Honestly,
They get
pay
to say
money
whatever
to
the
go
hell
see
they
a
want.
movie that you knew
Honestly,
you were
in
not
this
gonna
movie-
like?"
There is the thing to be said about like even if you like all right, like even if you aren't the target audience, it doesn't mean that should exclude you from seeing the movie. And like if you didn't like the movie,
But
you
it
didn't
makes
like
no
the movie.
sense if you are acknowledging that you are not one of the
Can I-
people that
can I
should
give
go
my take?
watch it because
Yeah, sure.
you're not the
Give him a
target
second.
of interest. You are acknowledging that. What's the purpose in you going to see it? And I mean, yeah, I know you want to critique it, but it's also because it's sort of a biased standpoint because you're speaking from the outside without really much knowledge.
But the counterpoint to that is
Wait,
that if you are the target audience, then if you talk about it, then isn't your point biased towards in positive favor of the movie?
Yeah, but even then, the fact that like a lot of these people would rather hate on these good movies, like movie critics have a track record of
honestly-
hating on good movies.
Honestly, one thing I don't like about movie critics is the fact that they'll give really good movies like this a 50 out of like 100, but then give something like a bad Marvel movie high
Oh no!
80s.
Did you know that they gave Cuties a high rating.
That is one thing that everybody agrees
Yeah,
was a bad.
everyone has said that, and like, wait, can I get my
Bro,
take on
I
movie
have
critics?
no respect. I have no respect, nor do
Guys,
I care
let
about
They
the
were
David
Sneeko
opinions
take-
of
they were
people
Sneeko fans.
that literally high voted cuties.
Wait, they were
Yeah.
Sneeko fans.
No.
That's what they were.
Guys,
No.
let David have his take. He's been asking for like 5 times already.
All right, go ahead.
So the thing about critics is like the reason when you were saying like, oh, why do critics even watch this movie if they know they're not the target audience? Well, as you gotta remember, critics are also kind of workers, and like it's kind of their job to review the
It's
movies,
their job
even if
to
they don't
watch
It's
like
kind
it.
of a worthless
But
job, to be perfectly honest. Like, no, I
And,
mean,
like,
even then, nobody
can
really
I-
cares what they say, anyways.
So like, yeah, that's true. But like the thing I just don't like about critics is that like I think it's good because like some critics give like really intelligent thoughts on the movies, even for like simple movies. They give very different thoughts, like how they
Yeah, but those are very few.
try to interest. But the thing I just don't like about critics is how they just kind of half-ass reviews. And not only that, because they half-ass reviews, unfortunately, a lot of people go with critics. So whatever they say about critics, they just believe it without even forming their own opinion. And that's why I
Honestly,
just don't like critics in general.
I pray that no person in the audience saw the Cuties review and said, "Oh, that might be a good movie."
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
I
I'm gonna
hope
be
that doesn't
honest. Like,
happen.
it's the same thing. Segueing into what you said, David. It's like these critics half-ass their critiques on the. You're just like, dude, these are not even like real critiques.
These are actually
These
just
kind of like
nitpicking. You're just
you're
nitpicking.
just nitpicking.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that about?
No, I just want to say something. Like for critics, yeah, I noticed that I watch like when I usually watch critic shows or like reactions, I want to see how people interpret them. Usually, yeah, I don't usually like them because they nitpick everything. Like like kind of like Cinema Sins, except you know that it's a joke, like Cinema Sins.
But yeah, but
Cinema Sins is a
CinemaSins
joke.
have acknowledged, and it's they're trolling, and it's
Yeah,
funny.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
they're
funny.
trolling.
They're literally.
They're not being
searching for
offensive or
nitpicks.
anything. They're just trolling.
No, that's the thing. But with critics, for some reason, they think that they try
I
to pull
get
the
it.
same thing.
Honestly,
They think it's
one
actually
thing,
good.
one
They
thing
take it
about critics,
so
I
seriously.
think one thing about critics is the fact that like they watch so many movies now that honestly I think they're just sick of it. They're just sick of
Exactly.
watching
Yeah.
movies.
Like
That's
it's just
Yeah.
a lot.
That's why I never want to be a critic in general.
Give me 1 second. I'm just.
I feel like
adjusting
being a
my-
critic, being a movie critic, is pretty fucking worthless.
Yeah,
It's
but you have
honestly,
to
but
admit-
like it pays the bills, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, in a
but the
sense,
thing
in a
is
sense.
that a lot of these critiques are just nitpicks, and they don't give you any valuable insight on on the positives and negatives of of such a movie. They don't give you any insight on the goods and bads of a movie.
Yeah, that's why you
It's their
should
own
not watch
half-assed opinion, and you're just like, well, this opinion doesn't really seem that, well thought out.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like
Honestly-
you're just nitpicking on something. You're just kind of be like, oh, I didn't like this. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just this one small thing, and now apparently it does it for you. Now you can't watch
Honestly-
the movie again. Now you can't watch this franchise because this one thing.
What was that?
It's
What was that,
retarded.
Rodney?
You guys want me to give my my greatest critique of like that I've ever given?
What?
How I hate Mario Galaxy.
Oh God.
Mario
Another
Galaxy
time.
is an amazing game.
Is my
But I
is
think
my
it's an
worst
okay
about
game.
Mario
My
64?
review, but you gotta admit, my review of it was fair and honest of why I didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it? I need to hear this.
Okay.
Wait, can you do this for another?
Here's the thing. All right, like I did this because it genuinely bothered me how much I didn't like this game. Now, like my issue with reviews is that like a lot of them feel like they look at something that they didn't like let's say you didn't like something, right? They look at it, say I didn't like it, and then just go into like I feel like you never really understand why they go into why they don't like it. Like let's say I don't like this mechanic in the game, you don't get into why they don't like it, which is my issue. So like what's it called? So for my review that I gave to everyone else here, it's not like a video or anything, but like I gave a review of Mario Galaxy because David, Jonathan, and James love this game to death. I personally fucking hated it.
Personally, I think it's an okay game. My
That's
brother let
fine.
me play through it. I think it's an okay. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it wasn't that bad. I
To
think
me,
it's rather
it's
enjoyable.
probably the best.
But
To me, it's one of my
there's
favorite
nothing really
Mario
else
games
to
ever.
it that really
I
sticks
agree
with
with
me.
Jonathan. It's definitely one of the best ones.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I played that game, right? And I played it on the original Wii because I got like Mario Galaxy, and I was like, you know what? Everyone says they love this game. Let me try it out. Played it on the Wii. I fucking hated it on the Wii. And then, like, and here's the thing. I gave this game a fucking chance, all right? It came out in All-Stars, right? And I was like, you know what?
This game right here.
Yep. I was like, you know
Hey,
what?
that game doesn't exist. Put that away. Put that away. Nintendo
Uh,
ninjas, dude.
It's like it came out for Switch. I like the Switch as a better console than I did on the Wii. Maybe the controls will feel better, and I'll like it. The controls did feel better. I still didn't like the game, and the reason I figured out why is because I just didn't agree with how Mario felt like he moved in the game and how the mechanics of itself worked with each
just
other.
like another game I didn't like.
Like I
Oh,
I
64.
just genuinely didn't like it. And
Mario.
when I
Okay,
gave
okay. Mario game.
Wait,
3D Mario
let's
games.
Rodney keep going.
Okay.
and so I didn't like it, and because everyone was like, "This game is the greatest I've ever," like specifically these three, right? They're like, "This game is the greatest ever." I gave them a full-on reason of like why I don't believe some of the mechanics don't mesh well with each other, and how I personally didn't like it because I tried to understand because like Mario Galaxy was one of the many examples of like a game that I played
Shoot,
and just
200 cc.
straight up didn't like. So like I did everything in my power to understand why I didn't like it because like it's like it's this one thing that like really bothered me because it was like if I were to just outright say I don't like the game and hate it, I felt like I was just doing a disservice because people would be like, "How could you hate it? There's so much good about this game." They would talk about the good about this game, and then I'd be like, "But no, I don't think that part of the game is good," and that's why I feel like my review that I gave to them was the most fair and honest review of the game and why I didn't like it.
And honestly,
And
your
why
opinion your opinion is fine. If you didn't like the game, you didn't like the game.
Right, but I feel
I'm
like
not gonna hate on you just for that.
Yeah.
that's the issue. That's the issue with a lot of reviews. I feel like a lot of them just I feel like a lot of reviews just look at the product, they take their initial reaction and just put their complaints out there. And I feel like it's important to take a look at like why you didn't like this.
Yeah,
Right?
they
It's
they
like,
use their
Take-
initial
take a second
reactions
look.
and
Take a
use that as
second
their
look.
critique.
Try and take a second look and search upon yourself in order to find the actual reaction you want to have.
I think
rather
everything
than-
about Mario Galaxy is
Or-
great. I like the setting and the story. My favorite part of that game is the Rosalina story times.
We all love
Yeah.
Rosalina.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
I
fun.
agree.
Very good lore. Very good lore.
The game itself,
While Pauline is objectively the best girl in all of Mario,
Mhm.
Rosalina's best girl.
Yes, I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Mario
But like
Galaxy is such a
honestly,
weird
I
game.
think
I laugh these
I
guys.
think the recording has gone on long enough. I think we could close it out after that.
All right.
Okay.
Uh,
Reviews.
But like
Don't
all right.
really have anything else to say.
Rating it out of 10. David, what's your rating?
I give it a solid maybe 8 or 9.
All right.
Let's say 9.
All right, 9. Rodney, you could go
Uh,
decimals by the way.
I'm going 9 or 10. Like that game, that movie was so good.
9 or 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Ebel,
Fucking a million out of 10.
Nice.
that'll boost it up a bit.
Nice.
All right. Kenny,
I give it a solid 8.8, 8.5 out of 10.
All right.
nice. All right. James,
For me, I give it a solid 9. 9 out of 10.
all right. My turn, and this is my honest and full good ranking. I'm giving it a good old 9.8 out of 10. It's not
Alright.
exactly 10, but it's very close.
Hmm.
I don't think I've enjoyed a movie like that since like honestly Sonic 2.
Wait, what about Puss
Damn.
in Boots?
Yeah, Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah, and Puss
Wait,
in
what
Boots
was Puss
2.
in Boots?
Puss in Boots
Okay.
2.
Which was not that long ago, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had a genuine like feeling of like pure happiness since like Sonic 2, because like Puss in Boots 2 was really good, but it didn't make me feel like that. Like it was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
that. Like it didn't make me yell. Like it didn't make me
It was-
jump out of
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
out of my
I get
seat.
it.
You know, it's a different emotion.
Yeah, it gives you a moment like, yeah, but the Super Mario was all like, oh,
Bro, I legit screamed my voice out of
I
commission.
know, like, I don't even
Yeah,
think
you
that the
definitely
movie-
did.
I'm all like, yeah, hell yeah, but I actually screamed my heart out, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie was amazing. Recommended, and honestly, combining all of our scores, including Abel's crazy score, it is a 50 out of 10.
At
Nice.
most.
At least.
At
At
least.
most.
That's how math works.
All right, but thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Super Mario Brothers Super Movie Review. Wahoo!
Wait. First, he's got to get a drip back on. He's got to get the drip back on.
What?
You gotta get the joke.
It's to me, Mario.
So, wait. All right. Rodney, do the voice.
It's me, Mario. Thank you for watching this review of these sheep heads.
And now
thank
my
you
turn.
for
Now my turn.
subscribe. Go and find
It's me,
your dad. 'Cause
Mario.
That's
That's not the voice. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice. And we
We
did.
all
We
Chris
did.
Pratt
And
did
it was
just
really
as
good.
exactly.
All right. Goodbye. Actually, see ya.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
One more thing.
What?
Wait a minute. Speaking of Mario voice, did none of us notice that one guy was the original voice of Mario?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
we all
we-
know Charles Martinet. We all know
That was
Yeah,
Charles
but we-
Martinet, like at the very beginning.
We talked about that.
But he didn't have any roles in the movie. That's what's so fucked up. He had barely any roles in the movie. He was like that one guy who was like copying Mario. And there was another guy who like so fucked up what they did to Charles.
Honestly, I'm gonna use it like a hey, they're doing a Stan Lee thing where like they have him in the background
yeah,
and he's not a big guy. It's a
Yeah.
Stan Lee thing.
I see that.
In that commercial,
But now
she was
then-
like the
now then-
original voice in the cartoon.
Yeah, but now then, I'm gonna finally just do this. Have fun with the meme.
When we were shooting the ducks, a bullet fragment bounced back. It cut Yoshi up pretty bad. Went lame, and we had to put him down.
Papa the whoopee?
Wahoo!